And hello everybody, it is Pseudo again with MMOBuff.TV, and as you know, we like innovation, we like challenges, and yeah, we do have a small obsession with RPGs. I have been lucky enough to be pulled aside, absconded with, kidnapped by the developers of Dex, which is a new RPG set in a cyberpunk universe. Now, before I tackle our developer, Jan, I'm going to pull over to Charles here, who is actually the one who does the sound. I'd like to ask you, what kind of inspiration do you have for making a soundscape universe? Because the sound draws the player in. Where does your inspiration come from?
Well, basically, mostly from the universe of the game and the storyline and the characters. I try to imagine what the characters will do in the universe, how they're going to populate it, and basically everything I learn from the developers and from the storyline I put into one pot, and I will try to make some sort of a fitting soundtrack for it.
I take it then, as someone who has been, I guess around the block and loves cyberpunk, you are influenced by movies of the old. What movies really got to you that helped you to really build the universe sound-wise here?
Yeah, well, basically the soundtrack is a mix of electronics and orchestra, and in this case I reached mainly for films like Matrix or Johnny Mnemonic even, and that's basically it. All kinds of, basically, even though some inspirations aren't exactly cyberpunk, they even like everything I heard somewhere probably inspired this score. It's like, yeah.
It's like life experiences lead you all to the same place. It's just, yeah.
Basically.
One of those. Now with you, you're so upset you're watching your game. I don't blame you. You have made an RPG that is a cyberpunk, that is real-time play for combat. But there's something unique about the combat with this game. Could you explain how the combat functions here?
Okay, yeah. For the combat, we took inspiration from the 80s. In a similar way as the art style, it is a kind of new retro. You know, the neons and tech-noir. It's like the cyberpunk movies from the 80s. We reached to the 80s with the system, with the fighting system as well. So it's kind of like Street Fighter-like or something like that. So you have the kicks, you have the blocks, you dodge, and like button mashing, you know, you have to do the combos. You can do the combos, which works well. And yeah, that's it.
So are you planning on actually having the ability for players to, say, build future levels or build stories? Or what is your actual plan? And also, how can people get involved? How can they learn about it? Tell us all.
Okay. Yeah. The whole art of the game, all the art in the game is hand-painted and handcrafted, and we don't use any tile sets like most of the platformer games. Like the game is platformer, but all the locations are kind of, each location is an artwork. So with this game, it's not possible to offer easy modding solutions or some editor, because actually it involves a lot of painting. You can't just recycle the assets. So it's a single-player game with a storyline, and you can either explore the areas in the game as in Metroidvania games. For example, you get many implants like augmentations, and each of those augmentations allows you, if you recognize some obstacle, it allows you to enter in areas or unlock some secret areas or secret skills. And that's mostly it. You either follow the storyline and perform the quests, or you can just explore the city and notice, hey, there's something I can grab, and I could use, you know, this skill to get there. And yeah, it's about exploration, and you find something, and it takes you through some path or something.
So what you've actually created here, besides just a rich universe, is challenging levels that take you back and make you feel nostalgia. Yeah, we all love the 80s vision of the cyberpunk. You know, today we have Google Glass, we have the Oculus Rift and stuff like that. And we mixed both. Like, we mixed the vision from the 80s, you know, William Gibson and the old Blade Runner movies and this stuff. And we mixed it with nowadays vision, what we as normal people feel there would be in 10 years. So from the art point of view, we enjoy the neon lights and the big implants. You know, the characters have like huge implants. It feels good.
but from the storyline point of view and from some other parts, it's very influenced with what it's up to date. Like it's up to date vision what can be in 10 or 20 years.
Well, they do say sci-fi does help predict the latest and newest technologies coming out, so I don't blame you. Honestly, I am really excited about this game as someone who loves games like Shadowrunner, who loves RPGs, who loves cyberpunk. I am really excited. When can I actually play this?
We made Kickstarter campaign last year, so our Kickstarter backers already have early access to the game.
Lucky.
And yeah, we also made Steam greenlight. So before we launch the final game, we will do some early access on Steam, but it's going to be the final beta. Right now we are in early alpha, so it's not for big public. Right now it's for 600 people. And yeah, we plan to release the game before the end of this year, but that's an expectation. Since we are indie, we'd rather create something that we really love and we want to finalize it in the way we'd like, instead of just meeting Christmas or something.
I honestly like that kind of design philosophy. We believe firmly that developers need to be passionate about what they create, especially music. Don't think I've forgotten about you. You're still here.
Thank you.
But yes, I want to thank both Jan and Charles from Dex, and it's just Pseudo with MMO Buff. See you soon.